Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. This book is about all the things that we do subconsciously that run our lives. We get forward in life by taking control of our habits is the main point of the book. And the book is all about understanding our habits at an individual level, at a business level, and at a societal level. I think I, like most people, got this book expecting more insight onto how to make personal individual habits and really breaking that down. In this book, he kind of dances around it and hints at things, but it's not nearly as analytical as I would have hoped for. The much better book for that would be Atomic Habits by James Clear. That, I think, is a much better use of time if your goal is, how do I change my habits? And you want a real breakdown of that. As for the other side of the book, the interesting side stories, the anecdotes about different applications of habits, I think they're interesting but limited. I started to get annoyed at a lot of the stories that he was telling because they didn't seem particularly helpful if you're trying to change your habits. Here's an example of what kind of story that you'd read in this book. Travis was a high school dropout, and he was living in some dingy apartment in New York, and he was 32 and his life was a mess, and all his friends were worried about him, but he was in a downhill spiral and he couldn't find his way out. Then one day he decided, I'm going to start brushing my teeth every morning. And so it was a little thing, but he started noticing that if he brushed his teeth, he may as well go for a mile jog. And if he's going for a mile jog, he may as well start learning German. And 5 years later, he bought a $100 million company. And I had lunch with him, and he was staring off thoughtfully into the sunset, and he says, yep, I guess it all started when I decided to brush my teeth in the morning. That's kind of what some of these stories sounded like to me. All in all, I give this book 2.5 stars. If you have any recommendations, leave them in the comments below.